Hello, great evening, great morning, great afternoon, whatever the case may be, wherever you are. Um, just wanted to make sure I got on here again, to remind you all to protect your assets and keep your money protected. Your assets, your money, make sure that it's doing what it needs to do, especially in this time of crisis, so that when you do open your office back up or do go back to work or whatever the case may be, you're not in so much of a hole or in so much of a worse situation than you were when you started off. Because whether you're making billions of dollars or a couple of hundred, this global crisis is affecting all of us to some extent. How much it's affecting us does depend on how much we're making, but nevertheless, and how much we're spending. So just make sure you're not doing unnecessary shopping and unnecessary things in your life right now. Let's do the requirements, you know. And if you can do any of your business online, make sure you do that. You know, keep your business flowing online. So when I say the word embezzlement, what does that do for you? Like, I know it makes me cringe a little bit. It makes me think. It makes me sit back and listen a little bit, right? And it should. It should make you pause. So I'm gonna let it marinate. Yes, I'm gonna let it marinate. Just hold that for a moment. Okay. And for those of you who are entrepreneurs, that is that is a great thing, and congratulations on taking that step whenever you took that step, because it's not an easy thing to do. So how can you embezzle from yourself as an entrepreneur, right? So when you think of the words money and finance in particular, most people think of making money or how much money they have, or that they have to be making a certain amount. Like, there's many different things that go through people's mind when they think of the word finance. But it's not merely about making money. It's more about achieving your desires and your goals, and then being able to protect the fruits of your labor. As R.J. Schiller put it, he is an economist. And so when you think about all of that together, it puts it in a different perspective. So let me tell you this story. I had a friend, right? Many years ago, an associate actually, rather, many years ago, and was helping them out with some things. Had a project that was coming up that they were needing to make a few more purchases for, but also they needed to make some personal purchases as well. So they wanted to kill two birds with one stone while we were out. You know, makes sense. All right, cool. So the card that they pulled out to use for personal matters looked awfully familiar, but I didn't think anything of it. They were just picking up stuff and swiping their card, and they did this at several different locations for the personal items. And then when it came down to making a business purchase at one of the locations, the words and the sounds that no one likes to see and hear together came across the screen. Declined. Now, I honestly didn't think nothing of it then either, because many banks If that's not your usual pattern, if you don't usually do that type of shopping in a day, um, they tend to stop your card from being accepted just in case of suspected fraudulent activity or things of that nature. But we learned a valuable lesson instantly. Um, Barnum of Barnum and Bailey Circus said that money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. Because money is not going to stop you. It's not going to regulate what you're doing. It's not going to tell you to not make this purchase with this card or to make a purchase with that card. It's not going to do anything but what it's told to do. It's going to allow you to swipe your card after you pick up things. Pick up things and swipe your card, right? It's just doing what it's told. Now, whether it overdrafts, declines, puts a hold, puts you in a bind or whatever, money doesn't care. So I asked the person, why didn't they have two different accounts, and or if they did, why aren't they utilizing it? And they said they didn't need to. They said they make business purchases all the time, so why not? And you shouldn't ever do that, because you're essentially, in your mind, maybe borrowing from your business. But if the money's gone and you don't ever reinvest in yourself or pay yourself back, you're embezzling from your business. I mean, there are times where you may find yourself in a situation where you have to swipe your business card for whatever reason, for a personal matter. But pay yourself back. Give your business its loan back. It's short-term loan back. With interest maybe even. Now I know many of you have experienced this. Or if you're too afraid to admit it to yourself out loud, at least someone who has. Whether it's unwillingly or willingly, people that borrow from their business all the time and never pay themselves back. Don't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation, because at the end of the day, you're cheating not only your business, but yourself. So you want to make sure that you have your finances organized. And that's where I come in, your favorite financial consultant. So that was just a little tidbit. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can contact me at artisticlifedesign.com. Again, that website will be in the information. I hope you're all staying safe out there and enjoying this time with your family and or your friends. And take advantage of this moment. And please don't embezzle from your business. Let's keep our business and our personal lives separate as much as possible. And let's keep our money growing, and let's keep our families' generational wealth moving. Again, I am Ashley R. Triplett, and you can go to artisticlifedesign.com and talk to you again soon. Bye.